meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Ackerwright, roll call, please.
Mr. Stahl?
Here.
Mrs. Reed? Here. Mr. Conley?
Here.
Mr. Myers?
Here.
Mr. Trombley?
Here.
Dr. Chesney?
Here.
Mr. Birchfield?
Here. Right. Do we have a motion to approve tonight's agenda as presented?
So moved.
Moved by Dr. Chesney, supported by Mr. Myers. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Passes 7-0. And that brings us to first call to the public. Anyone that wishes to address the board this evening in first call to the public is welcome to step to the podium. We ask that you state your name, address, and limit your comments to 3 minutes. Okay, seeing no one wishes to address the board tonight, we will close the first call to the public and move to the superintendent report. Dr. Gray, Pink Week presentation and recognition.
We're going to start with one right before that because the Pink Week one's pretty big. It's going to take us a little time. I have a representative here from our Property Casualty and Workman's Comp Insurance Insurance Organization, Darlene Wood, and she's going to come up and give you a little bit of good news. So, Darlene.
So thank you very much for having me here today. I'm presenting the Brighton area schools with a Safety is No Accident Award. Brighton is one of 5 districts in the state of Michigan that's been awarded this award this year. Basically, it's my pleasure to present this award to you for your contributions and achievements. During the 1918 fund year, the school had improved its loss ratio. So that was the main reason that you're receiving this award. You're proactive in safety. District complied with all risk management recommendations that were made in that year. You've implemented our best practices, and you have your facilities that are up to date. So for that, I'd like to congratulate the school district and present this award to you.
Thank you very much.
Next, we have Mr. Gavin Johnson, our high school principal, and he's going to talk a little bit about a very busy, very rewarding week. So, Mr. Johnson.
Thanks to the Board of Education for having us tonight. Obviously, we have a lot of people here tonight, and if you don't know, you're going to figure it out tonight that Pink Week this year literally blew up across the community and across the school district. It's always been a fun week, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of fun for kids, a lot of giving back to the community, a lot of money to a local recipient. But this year, it literally blew up across all of our school levels, all of our grade levels, our community organizations. They're all here tonight. It just got so big, we just felt like we had to come here and thank them publicly. From my perspective, from leadership class perspective, and of course from yours. So we have tried to include everybody that gave money. It was impossible to do well. We've reached out to every organization that gave us money and donated to Pink Week. We've invited as many of them as we could tonight. We don't want to miss any, but always blame me. I probably missed somebody. So if we do miss you tonight, Ms. Gavin Myers is going to come up here and help me in a minute, but we're going to apologize and invite you to come up and give us your name. We'll recognize you as well as we go through our presentation. But again, so many people here tonight, we decided not to do individual shining stars to save Mr. Birchfield and Dr. Gray's hand. So, but we would like to offer to our organizations and our clubs, if you want a shining star recognition from the school board, let me know. We'll get it framed and send it out to organizations so you can hang up. So without further ado, I want Gabby to come on up. It's about students here at Brighton High School. She's going to do the presentation. She's going to call a lot of organizations and individuals and ask them to come on up, and we'll have them stand over there. And then at the end, we're going to invite our St. Joe's recipients of our Pink Week donations to accept the big check tonight. And it's a big, big check. Gabby, come on over. She's more intelligent and well-spoken than I am, so I always try to hand it off when I can. So handle it, and I'm going to stay out of the way.
Gabby, Arnell wants to scroll that as well. There's a lot of pictures up there from organizations from the whole week.
you, Mr. Johnson. Good evening, everyone. My name is Gabrielle Myers, and I'm a senior at BHS. I am the high school student representative on the Board of Education for this semester, and I'm also the student co-leader of the BHS leadership class, which organizes Pink Week at our school and in our community. I want to thank the board for allowing us to present here tonight. Tonight's presentation is a celebration of Pink Week and recognition of those who made Pink Week a tremendous success this year. In fact, the most successful Pink Week in BHS history. First, I would like to introduce the following representatives from the St. Joseph Mercy Brighton Cancer Center, who are here to receive this year's pink donation. John O'Malley, President of St. Joseph Mercy, Livingston and Brighton. And Catherine Rusak, Director of Development. This year, more than ever before, Pink Week was embraced by all Brighton area schools and the Brighton community. Tonight, we invite representatives from the schools and our community partners who contributed time, money, and resources to make this year's Pink Week a success, to say thank you. We could not do this without you. As I mentioned, this year we made history. The total money raised during Pink Week this year was, are you ready for it? $45,195.34. This was more than $20,000 more than last year, a feat that could not have been accomplished without the support and hard work of our community and school partners who are here tonight. Again, a heartfelt thank you. With this year's contribution, Brighton High School Pink Week has raised and has donated to St. Joseph Cancer Center a total of $130,688 since 2012, which is pretty amazing. The leadership class has, over the years, organized Pink Week, and the leadership teacher, Mrs. Arnella Clark, has put in literally hundreds of hours in the endeavor. Can we please give her a big round of applause? As a student leader of the leadership class, I want to thank my teammates in the class for their focus and commitment to Pink Week. We start planning Pink Week before school starts, and it really takes a village to organize and schedule activities, solicit donations, and plan and oversee all the events. There's a lot of time and energy put into this week, but it both pays off from personal satisfaction of serving others and from the amount of money we are able to donate to bring awareness to cancer. Thanks, BHS leadership class and Mrs. Park. You guys are the best. Pink Week is a shining example of what makes Brighton area schools the best of the best. The best schools in the world do more than teach math, English, and science. The best schools in the world and the best communities in the world teach their students to give back, to give to others, to be good citizens, to be a part of their community. Pink Week is not now just part of Brighton High School, but it's also a part of all Brighton area schools and in our community. Now, it's my privilege and honor to recognize some of the many people who helped make Pink Week 2018 so special and raise over $45,000 to help community members who are affected by cancer. In no particular order, we would like to thank the following for their contributions to and support of Pink Week this year. The many teachers and local businesses who donated prizes for our raffle. We had 50 raffle items, including gift packages, skeet shooting, grilled steak lunches, and more. This raffle raised over $2,500. Next, one community family we want to recognize who always goes above and beyond is Mr. and Mrs. Matagano. They were our title sponsor for Pink Week this year, and again, made a direct $1,000 contribution. But they do a lot more for Pink Week than for Brighton area schools. There has never been a time when we have asked them for help and they haven't stood up. They always help in any way we ask. The Pound Restaurant hangs our Pink Week banner every year, and Mr. and Mrs. Matagano's two businesses, the Pound and True Salon, never turned down an opportunity to donate to a Brighton area schools fundraiser. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Matagano. Michael O'Brien, representing the Brighton Area Fire Department. The Fire Area Department sold Pink Week t-shirts on their own time and raised $3,060 this year. They are obviously great partners and always for safety, but this year they amped up their teamwork with a huge financial contribution. Thank you, Brighton Area Fire Department, for your time and contribution and for being a great partner with Brighton Area Schools.
I'm going to have all of our donors come on up and stand in this area until we get everybody done. Is that all right?
Yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
come on up, gentlemen. You can stand right here. I already warned them, if you want.
This year, we started a new tradition, which was the vision of Mr. Gavin Johnson, one of our amazing principals at BHS. Every person on the field during the Pink Week football game, including football players, pond dancers, cheerleaders, coaches, and staff, all wore an official Pink Week jersey with the name of someone affected by cancer on the back. After the game, the jerseys were presented to the individual or family who was being honored. It was the highlight of the week and very emotional time for everyone present, and will undoubtedly be the special part of Pink Week for years to come. A special thank you to Mr. Johnson for thinking outside the box and creating a unique way to raise money for Pink Week and honor cancer victims and survivors. Another thank you to our local athletic apparel provider, BSN, who assisted us with the Pink Week jerseys that were part of this year's game. Rick Hawk is our local representative, but is out of town on business and could not be here tonight. He provided all the numbering and lettering for free and helped us raise $4,525 from the jersey sales. Also, we need to thank Mrs. Vicki Cataldo and Mrs. Amy Konetsky, who were instrumental in getting all the jerseys delivered to the right people this year. The pink jerseys were a very powerful part of Pink Week and are now part of the Brighton Pink Week legacy. Next. Mr. Richard Browder, who was unable to attend tonight, of our food service program, was a huge support this year for our teacher locked in for the lunch fundraiser. This week, this fundraiser raised $2,001, and it was a ton of fun to lock up the teachers and raise money. Congratulations, Mr. Grabowski, who was the winning teacher. The BHS band and the band boosters were big donors to Pink Week this year. They raised $826 for Pink Week by selling hats, collecting donations through change buckets, selling cotton candy and pink shirts, and by a $300 donation from YoFresh. They are represented tonight by our senior drum major, Aaron Rady, and our band booster parents, Diane McKee and Amy Hilscher. Our school store, The Paw, always pitches in and sells Pink Week t-shirts, and they did the same this year. They donated $2,523 from Pink Week t-shirts this year. They are represented by our leadership class and our Paw School Store student, Shannon McLaren. Now, Dr. Gray, how many school districts have a superintendent who literally runs events for activities like Pink Week? Every year, Dr. Gray runs the Pink Run for Pink Week. This is a lot of stress and work for a very busy man, yet he still finds time to lead this event. The Pink Run raised $1,650 this year and also gave a lot of community members and students a pink workout. Thank you, Dr. Gray. Our other Brighton area schools and PTOs also get involved in Pink Week. For schools raised money and donated this money to Pink Week. Spencer raised $266 and was represented by their PTO member. Corning raised $1,100 $151 by using a week-long coin drive, an 80s Day, Brighton Pride Day, Sports College Day, and a Pink Out on Friday. Horning is represented by PTO co-presidents Laura Mitchell and Christina Smith. Maltby raised $1,627 and is represented by Mrs. Amy Kettle. Maltby used a raffle, a pink out, pink bracelets, and pink t-shirt sales, and also had a Fox 2 News assembly with DJ Duckett, whom they partnered with for their t-shirt sales. That we will discuss in a minute. Scranton raised $2,459 and is represented by Louis Yardley, Molly Urbane, and Jessica Hassan. Can one of you ladies share a couple events that Scranton participated in?
No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure or anything.
Come on, Lois.
One of the really fun things we did was we sold pink flamingos to honor survivors or people who are going through cancer. And we put them out in the front of Scranton. And so every day when everyone would come in and drop off kids, you could see probably 25 pink flamingos. It was really fun. Thank you very much.
Finally, some of these great PTO leaders and other parents got together this year and ran their own t-shirt sales for the lower levels and raised an incredible $12,282. These parents included Mrs. Michelle Latundre, who leaded the fundraiser, Louis Yardley, Jessica Hansen, Christy Lahi, Molly Urbane, and Amy Caddo. Some of them have been recognized already with their respective school PTOs, but they also took part in this huge fundraiser. The inspiration for the shirts this year was Miss Amy Caddo. Amy has been battling this terrible disease, and she's a great inspiration for why Pink Week is so important. As you can see, Pink Week was exceptional this year thanks to all of these wonderful people, and so many more, who donated their time, energy, and money to this important cause. Thanks again for helping us raise over $45,000 to bring awareness and support to those affected by cancer. To reintroduce John O'Malley, President of St. Joseph Mercy, Livingston and Brighton, and Catherine Rusak, Director of Development, to come up and say a few words, if you would.
Wow. Thank you to the Brighton area schools, board members, Brighton High School principal, Mr. Gavin Johnson, the leadership class, teachers, Mrs. Arnella Park, for inviting me to speak and give St. Joe's Brighton the opportunity to thank the Brighton leadership class and Ms. Park, not only for your generous gift to support our Warren R. and Lorraine A. Home Sheet Cancer Center, but also for your phenomenal support over the past 6 years, as was indicated, with gifts totaling more than $135,000 to date. We are also incredibly grateful to the K-12 classes that were involved and the community organizations, including the Brighton Fire Department, the Brighton High School Marching Band, Scranton Middle School, Maltby Middle School, BSN, Brighton Elementary Schools, and all of VHS school stores, and the community, who have really reached out and made this gift possible. You may be aware that St. Joe's Livingston is currently celebrating our 90th anniversary here in serving this community. As we reflect on such a momentous occasion, we are grateful to be located in a community with school and civic partners who share our vision, and with students who are eager to learn leadership skills, be charitable, and develop a sense of civic responsibility. Your dedication will help us to sustain St. Joe's Brighton as a place of hope for patients. The thing that makes St. Joe's Cancer Program unique is our commitment to compassionate, patient-centered care. Care that goes beyond our leading expertise, technology, and medicine. You may not know this, but the Brighton Cancer Center here actually has more patients on national clinical trials than the hospitals in Ann Arbor. It's something that, it is a gem. It is a cancer center that is very highly recognized around the nation, and we work with many larger cancer centers that help develop these protocols, such as MD Anderson. Cancer touches every part of the patient's life, and every patient who enters our cancer center benefits from your support to ensure better care, a better experience, and better outcomes. Support for research that brings our patients leading-edge experimental treatments and drug therapies years before they are on the market. We actually have access to that right here in Brighton. Support that ensures patients access to high-tech treatments, such as the latest True Beam linear accelerator, which we put in last year. It is the latest technology you can get, and it's really our commitment and our dedication to serve this community. And care from expert Da Vinci surgeons now who have developed minimally invasive procedures to treat cancer are available right here. Support that allows us to meet the day-to-day needs, from education to nutritional and financial assistance. And this allows for seamless care, so patients feel comforted, strengthened, and hopeful throughout their healing journey. These examples just scratch the surface of the seamless, full-service, hopeful, remarkable care you help us make possible. Our cancer program is strengthened by a network of care throughout St. Joseph Mercy Health System, and St. Joe's recently invested $41 million into our Livingston Hospital and the Brighton Health Center, including our cancer center, and is investing more than $24 million in the Robert H. and Judy Dow Alexander Cancer Center in Ann Arbor to bring that cancer center up to national prominence as well. So I want to thank you for being a part of an investment that improves care and saves lives, for being part of our commitment to go beyond treatment and truly serve our cancer patients. And thank you for making it possible to do so close to home, so patients don't have to face the cost, stress, and risk to their health associated with traveling for care. Your generosity, vision, and ongoing commitment will have an impact today and far into the future. And I might add, and many of you may have heard me in the community, but local care local. That's what we're trying to achieve, and your donation here, again, helps us continue to achieve that goal. I might add the $45,000, which I just found out tonight, nobody told me until I arrived here, is going to go to really good use. We actually have two things in addition to some funds we're going to contribute as well. So we're going to contribute funds towards what's called the Translogic P-tube system, which will allow us to transfer blood from our cancer center directly down to our lab so that we can very quickly assess and plate the blood for more accurate diagnoses. And so it's also going to go towards a new ultrasound unit that will allow us to detect cancer in women's breasts much earlier than ever before. As a matter of fact, it is the latest and greatest technology, and not many hospitals in Michigan have it. But we're going to have it right here at the Brighton Health Center, or would. So with that, again, I thank all of you, and I'm sure I missed some folks as well, and I apologize, but this blew me away. I mean, incredible. Thank you to everybody.
We're gonna bring the check up and hand it to them from all of you, and get some pictures of all of you. Kid, don't take pictures. You guys up front. Yeah, we put the right in the middle.